Hey everybody, it's Jacqueline over here at Homeschool Hangout XYZ. Ignore my messy office and my light over there because we are filing our PSA today. And this is for people who have already filed a PSA previously. It's going to be a little different, not much, but you can take a shortcut. So I'm going to walk through you guys doing it with me while I file my PSA. So why is it different? Well, I received an email back on September 15th, so if you're looking for it, with my confirmation code for last year, basically saying, hey, you can use this and just basically update what you did last year. So we're going to go over to www.3.cde.ca.gov/PSA. Yes, the link will be in the bottom. And the first thing we're going to do is we are going to say that we are a full-time private school. And with that, away we go. The next page says, did you file an affidavit last year? Private school affidavit for 2021-2022? I indeed did. So I'm going to click yes. The previous year's confirmation code, and I'm going to cut and paste what that email had. Now, if you don't know what it is or you've misplaced it and you want it resent, you need to use the owner or administrator's email address from last year, and it will send you the confirmation code. So if you're like, I never got this code, I didn't see it, if you're like me, you get a ridiculous amount of email, you can just have it resent. If you don't get it, it may be that you're not using the same administrator email that you used last year. So I'm just cutting and pasting that in, and it pre-fills all the information I did last year, including name of school, CDS code, which remember, you only have a CDS code if you have more than, I believe it's 6 or more students. So don't worry about the fact if you don't have one. My school's coeducational, day school. I don't provide special education. I do provide a high school diploma. My low grade, so I'm just going to put in my lowest grade for this year. My highest grade, which I have a graduating senior. I'm non-religious. I hit next. My address pops up, both my physical and my mailing address. You can have 2 different addresses. The physical address is where you do your schooling. So you do need to be in the state of California to do this. I say this because I recently got asked by somebody who says, my permanent address is in California, so I filed a PSA, but we're not there. It's like, no. So next pops up your phone number, fax number if you have one. I do not. Primary email, my website. My school does not have a website. I have a couple. Has my school's name changed? Nope. Has the district changed? No. They don't care if your address has changed. They care if your district has changed. Next. My youngest child is about 12. And let's see, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, in 6 months. And my oldest. And these are theirs abouts. If you lose count of the months or whatever, don't worry. And then you put in your grade breakdown. So I am putting in the number of children I have at each grade. I'm only homeschooling 3 students this year. And report the number of students who graduated from 12th grade in the previous year. I didn't have any graduating seniors last year. Now, full-time teachers, I usually put 1 for myself. Because I do work permits, I put in 1 part-time teacher. I put in 1 administrator, not 11. And I go to next. And then all your site administrator stuff from the previous year will automatically pop up. Change it if you need to change it. My director or principal, which you can just copy the site administrator's information, but in reality, it's my husband. That's all the same. And then per Education Code 33190, private schools are required to maintain the following records. Provide the location for these records and name a custodian of records. And so it's got a link to 48222, which is the records required. And then it asks me basically, where do I keep them? And so I've got all of that from the previous year. Is where the contact is, then the record's location. I acknowledge the above mentioned records are maintained at the address stated and are true and accurate. Don't lie. This is an affidavit, and affidavits carry a legal bearing, basically, if you lie on them. So, tax status. You are none of the above. If you are a homeschooler, you are none of the above. Like every year. Please read and acknowledge the following. Basically, all PSA affidavits are public documents viewable by the public. Must be filed by persons, firms, associations, partnerships, or corporations conducting or offering full-time day school at elementary or high school level for students between 6 and 18. Let's see. Preschools go through somebody else for licensing. This is not a license or authorization to private school or to operate a private school. This is not approval, recognition, endorsement. As always, this is all the normal stuff. You're responsible for initiating contact with appropriate local authorities regarding your compliances with ordinances. These are your children. If you were running a large public school, there would be health and safety issues, and it's not here for this. Don't worry about it. Still, you need to keep a copy for 3 years. A private school shall not employ a person who's been convicted of a violent or a serious felony, or a person who would be prohibited from employment by a public school pursuant to The school is in compliance with this to the extent that it applies. So I have actually received this question about parents. We're not employing anybody. If you have a part-time teacher that you're listing for your work permits, they should not be a felon, but it doesn't apply because you're not employing, as far as I've read. The students enrolled in this private school are included in the student's enrollment total or full-time students in the school and not enrolled in any other public or private elementary or secondary school on a full-time basis. So what this means, though, is elementary or secondary. So like my kids are dual enrolled in college. That's a separate thing. That this is only elementary and secondary. You click that you've read it and understand it. Once again, this is not legal advice. This is just my experience in doing this. Then we're going to the name of owner or other head of school. So I file all this. I put that I'm an administrator. In reality, it pops up in my Chrome. You get a variety of security questions. Here's the thing. These are new every year, per se. This is not like, does it match your previous security question? And there's a variety of them. I do recommend picking one that if you need to update this or modify this, you know the answer, but it doesn't have to be the same as the previous years in order for this to be accepted. You know, childhood hero, favorite place to visit, favorite actor. I'm putting in mine. I am not saying who. Oh, I should put somebody better than that. Okay. I will tell my husband later and he will chuckle. And then you have a review. It will not be complete until I'm done. And so submit, click submit. I can use all my grown-up words. And we'll get a confirmation page where you could access and print a copy for your records. So I'm just doing a once over. 6th, 10th, 12th. Part-time teacher, full-time teacher. Submit my affidavit. That's it. I'm going to print it from the website, and I will keep a copy. And that's all there is to it. I hope this helped anybody who is a little nervous. If you have any questions, leave it down below. If you would like me to be next to you when you file yours, you can sign up for one of my 2 live streams that I'm offering so far. And then we'll share screens. We'll do all that good stuff. Not 100% for this pre-filled in because while I love and trust all of you, I don't want you to see my home address and all that information. But I will be there filing a standard PSA with you along. And like, subscribe, comment, share this with your friends, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.